Good afternoon from here. Um, so this is a screen recording to show you how to use the PMS. So first thing first is for you to log in if you receive the notification as an employee. So you can come into the system and then hit on this HR PMS. This is going to take you to the place where you can be able to see all your appraisals. So let me log in, show you the screen of the appraisee so you can be able to see what the appraisee might see. And so coming here, so this is the appraisee's record. So once you log in as an appraisee, click on your record under goal settings. So you see this record, this is goal settings for 2023. And then you can be able to see your staff profile and then the goal settings. So here I now edit and then proceed with adding my KRAs. So provide weight. I'll pause this video for a while and then provide all the information that I need for this particular appraisal. All right. So here I provide my weightage. So once you provide your weightage, ensure that the target is in figures. So the system formats it to Naira. If you provide units of measure as Naira, then the next one is ability to XYZ. Okay, I'm going to provide the weightage, ensure that the weightage is within the range of 5 to 25. So provide this. I'm going to come in here also, provide informations. So next one, by my test. So feel free to provide your informations or your KRAs. So we expected that you add at least 5 KRAs and then maximum of 7 KRAs, and also ensure that the weightage does not exceed 20 is equal to 100. So I'm going to make this select percentage and then all right. So I'm going to change this to ensure that all my weightage is equal to 100, and then I will save this. So this is how you set up your goal settings. You can discuss this with your manager and then provide all the goal settings. So that's all you need to do at the goal settings level, and then you submit this to your manager. So here your manager will now be able to receive this notification and then accept all that you have registered on your goal settings. So I'm going to log in as my manager as the manager. So this is the manager for this person. So the manager comes in here, look at the appraisal for Uche Okala, reviews all this, and then come on the goal settings, hit on this, and then select either yes or no. If there is any need, the manager can also return this using this button with some reasons. If possible, if everything looks good, the manager will now submit this. So the manager also have ability to modify the unit weightage, the units of measure at the goal settings level, and then submit this. Then we now have the next level, which is the mid-year review. So all notifications is sent across. So going back as the appraisee during the mid-year reviews period, the appraisee comes into the system to start filling review all that the manager have accepted, and then the manager only have access to modify this point. All right. So here, what the appraiser does is to submission of this, it goes to the manager. Manager will also review this and make sure that everything looks fine. So I'm going to refresh this. I'm currently logged in as the manager. So under the media review, you should be able to see the sections. So what the manager does here at the media review is to look at all that has been done during the goal settings to ensure that everything looks fine. So should in case there is need for the manager to change this particular one or to add more goal settings, KRAs, the manager can come in here to either set this to revise and then put this reverse weight to 10,000 naira. All right. Then provide the progress status for this particular KRA is in good progress, and then also add informations like comments. So here I can provide comments like um, this was good. Of the comments, so it's required. So for each and every of these, you must have to provide the progress status and then just comments. So here, so mind you that you only need to modify the reverse weight and then the reverse target. And that is only what you need to do. So the weightage that is showing right now is the weightage that was carried from the goal settings, and then you now come here to review what was the weightage at the goal settings level before the mid-year level. So you can be able to tweak in, maybe for instance, change this to 15, and then also come in here to change this to 5. So this is going to, oh, sorry, I'm going to change this to 15 also. So and then provide the progress report. So I'm going to revise this. So the revised target. So I'm going to change this to 25 and then provide the goal progress status, provide the comments, and then here I'm going to change this to 5. So you can see what it was before and then what I'm revising it to. So here I'm going to say this is poor and provide a comment. So that's just all we need to do. So here I need to provide 25 to make it 100. So that's all we need to do here. So there is, in case I wanted to reject this, I can decide to drop this, and while dropping this, you can see that my reverse weight is falling down. So what I need to do right now is add to this and then add more feature. So here I'm going to set this because I've dropped one of this line. So that's a way to drop one of the KRAs at this point. So the system allows you to add more KRAs and also ensures that you your reverse weight is equal to 100. So here, going to, after this, what the manager does is to submit this review. So this takes us to the next level where we are going. So I still need like 5 of this. What's wrong? Let me go and check what's wrong. Need 5 of these to make it up to 100. So the target is this, reverse weight is this. I'm going to submit this. And not submit this appraisal if all KRA lines progress are not selected. Ensure the reverse weightage is not less than 5. Alright, so maybe I'm going to check what was not perfect and get back. I'm going to look at this right now to make sure that everything looks fine. Alright, let's check this. I'm going to pause this for a minute. Alright, so back to the manager trying to submit this review. So what system entails is that all the reverse weights must be within the range of 5, 10, 20, 15, 20, and then 25. So always ensure that your weightage or reverse weightage is within that range. All right. So because for instance this was dropped and then my reverse weight is within the range of 0. So this has been dropped. So I'm going to submit this review. So the system is not going to show me those validations anymore. So the next thing for me to do is this is going to make push it to the mid-year full year review. So what the employee does here is to come in here. Recall that this browser I'm opening as switch color. So I'm trying to simulate both users. So as switch color, I'm going to receive notification of my mid-year review, and then what I need to do here is to submit and then start. You can see the workflow right now. Start full year review. So currently this is expected to start from October to December. So for the purpose of this demonstration, there is no restriction. So we can now be able to submit this. So submitting this full year review, the system is telling me that I need to ensure that each lines of self-rating is above zero. All right. So what will I do here? Now this, I'll come down here under sections. Recall that at this point in time, I need to give myself rate myself. So recall, if you read here, what I need to rate myself is within the scale of 1 to 4. I'll come in here to rate each and every of my PRAs, the rate of 1 to 4. All right, so these are the reviews from my functional appraiser at the mid-year review level or stage. So here, after everything, what I'll do here is to submit this, and then it goes to my functional appraiser. So what my functional appraiser does, so I also have a ability to withdraw this should in case there is need for me to make some modification uh, on the ratings I've given myself. All right. So what the functional appraiser does is to um, review and then be able to rate me on other sections like the functional competency, leadership competency, and then the training needs. So now I'm going to log in as the functional manager for the same appraisal. So you can see under here annual review, just toggle this. You'll be able to see those records that are grouped under annual appraisal. So I'm going to use the same record. Once I come in here under sections, I'm still going to be able to give my ratings. So remember, FA means functional appraisal rating section. So under this column, I'll be giving them my ratings on the scale of 1 to 4. So after I'm done as a functional manager, what will I do? I'll go down to the functional competency section and also give my rating under FA rating. So this is within the scale of 1 to 5. So I'm going to give my ratings, FA ratings. In case there is any training needs identification, I'll add them here. Then here, overall current assessment, I'll go under the line of functional manager and then give my overall current assessment here. Select either ordinary, diligent, fantastic, or superb. So in this case, I'll select diligent. So I'll also go down to the potential assessment section. Under functional manager line, I'm going to give my own choice. So this is all I need to do as the functional manager. Remember, this particular tutorial or demonstration caters for the processes between the appraisee and then the functional manager. So once this is done, I'm going to save this and then submit this rating. And then if there is no reviewer, the system is going to actually complete this. So the same thing happens with the reviewer and then the administrative appraiser. So that's it. So feel free to leave a comment on the section and